So the One Piece trailer just came out, and there's a lot to talk about. Might as well start off by talking about the parts that actually looked really good before we get to the effects on Luffy's attacks. Really awesome, that's really surprising. This was going to be one of the things that was hardest to get right, because Luffy has such insane attacks that look impossible to do in a live action film. But the animation for this is actually really impressive, it looks really on the ball. Whoever is animating this absolutely deserves a raise immediately. The actor playing Luffy is really great. He does the plot really well. He looks like Luffy, sounds like Luffy, acts like Luffy. He's really managed to encompass Luffy's personality and just get the character right. The actor playing Zoro also starred in Rurouni Kenshin on Netflix, the adaptation of that, which was incredible. Did a really good job there. And hopefully he's going to bring a lot of that to this role as well. All the Straw Hats look great. Mihawk looked great. The Going Merry looks great. But personally, I think Arlong looked terrible. It's really hard to get Arlong right, and I don't think it's going to get in the way of the show at all. But I just don't think he looks right. He doesn't look intimidating. Arlong was supposed to be terrifying, supposed to be gigantic. This just looks like a guy in a costume. I think it's possible this could hurt the narrative of Arlong Park because he's supposed to be this guy that everyone's so terrified of that they're not willing to stand up to. He's supposed to be one of the most terrifying pirates in the entire Blue Sea. And he just looks like a guy in a costume. He looks like a guy you'd find at a convention and you'd high-five him because he has an awesome costume, but would be in no way intimidated by him. I don't think this is a major deal, and I think it's pretty much impossible to get Arlong right, but I do think that he's a little bit off. Roger, I also think, doesn't look the part at all. This is not what Roger looks like in the manga. He is 9 feet tall in the manga. He is this huge buff guy, and most importantly, he was actually grinning when he died. He almost looked happy, despite the fact that he was about to be killed, the same way Luffy looked when he was about to be executed by Buggy. This guy, I just can't imagine him as the king of all the pirates. This is the guy that stands atop of the world, king of all the seas, on the same level as Whitebeard, and someone who could probably easily beat Kaido in a fight. This just looks like a normal guy. Now, I don't think this is going to hurt the show because other than this scene, Roger isn't going to appear much at this point in the story. And I don't blame them for not being able to get a 9-foot bodybuilder to play the role. I think that's a difficult role to fill. But he definitely doesn't look right. I've heard a lot of people kind of criticize also the way they're showing Buggy, saying why are they making Buggy so intimidating as a comic character. I think a lot of these people are forgetting what Buggy actually seemed like when he was first introduced. He was first introduced as an intimidating character when we first saw him. That's how he came across, so it makes sense for them to introduce him in this similar way. It will be weird if he doesn't then become a comic character. If they keep him as a terrifying character, that'd be weird. That'd be a different choice to the manga. It'd be a direction they're going on their own. But we have yet to see whether that's going to be the case or not. The overall cinematography, the sets, they all look really cool. The scenery is cool. The costumes are a bit hit and miss. Some of them don't look so great. Sometimes I feel like there's a bit of immersion break where it looks like somebody's wearing a costume rather than they just look like the character themselves. I've had that a couple times with Nami. Maybe that's just me. Sometimes I looked at Nami and thought she just looks like she's cosplaying Nami rather than actually being Nami. I think a large part of the reason is because the costumes are so clean. If you're out there sailing in the world, getting in fights with pirates, how are your clothes going to be that spotless? I'm pretty sure there's not a washing machine on the Going Merry. The clothes don't look worn down at all. They just look a little too perfect and pristine for people traveling out on the open ocean. I mean, that's what makes it look a bit more like a costume than an actual outfit. Arlong is especially bad. He doesn't look like a real fishman, but at the same time, how do you make someone look like a real fishman without spending like millions on just special effects? So I think as One Piece is such a crazy world, they're doing the best that they can do with the technology that we currently have. I think what we're seeing so far is quite promising. I think we're seeing One Piece as probably as good as it could be done if this trailer is accurate, and the last one as well. There's always going to be a couple things they get wrong, but as long as overall they get everything right, that's going to be great. And I think if they get this right, if they get really strong, especially Arlong Park, if they can really get that right, it's going to do really well as a series. But yeah, those are my thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I'd like to hear what you think, so please write a comment below. Let me know. Thanks for watching.